Hello, everybody, and welcome again to the Press Box, a presentation of the Dispatch and the Argus, where the sports staff gets to kick around the issues of the day. I'm Steve Tappa. This is my boss, Marc Nesseler, and we're here to consider Week 2 of the prep football season coming up this weekend. And, of course, the big game from an Illinois Metro perspective is state-ranked showdown with Rock Island at Peoria Richwoods.
It was a hot first week, and I was at Rock Island Zalmquist Field for that very hot game, and they looked good, but they have to get better this week. Playing Peoria Richwoods at Peoria Richwoods is going to be a tall task for them. They had some good things going on. They had a chemistry between Trey Sigel and Quentin Holmes in the passing game. They had an effective running game with Brandon Richardson and Linder Devos. They will have to have more than that against Richwoods at Richwoods.
Yeah, Richwoods, of course, coming off a tough loss, 11-9 to Peoria Notre Dame last week. Richwoods has won 10 state trophies, runner-up in 2011 just as recently as that. Of course, they don't have that running back from that year was Kendrick Foster, who's now at Illinois, but you got to know it's going to be a tough game. Another tough one coming up this weekend is Alleman. Another state-ranked team looking to rebound from an early season loss. Alleman beaten on a late fumble return last week at state-ranked Peoria High.
And they take on Galesburg at somewhat of a home game.
That's
it's
right,
going to be at Rock Island Public School Stadium, where they hardly ever play. They're now to Augustana. But against Galesburg, I think you see Matt Hubble have another big game. Galesburg gave up some yards to Moline. And I don't think Alleman, under Coach DeJager, they don't have that mistake. There are not a lot of mistakes made, penalties or turnovers, which Galesburg capitalized on. So I think that bodes well in Alleman's favor. But still, Galesburg proved to be tough with that Isaacson and Holloway tandem that they have back there.
Yeah, against Moline last week. And speaking of another angry team, the Maroons. 6 fumbles lost last week. They dominated the action for three and a quarters of that game. They moved the ball between the 20s. They just couldn't hold on.
Yeah, they just have to clean it up. That's bottom line is they just have to clean it up. They had 6 fumbles, and that was more than the other 5 Big Six teams combined. They had 7 penalties for 60 yards, and that's more than any other Big Six team out there. They just have to clean it up. And if they can do that, I think, and they only lost by 4 points to a really good Galesburg team. Galesburg made the playoffs last year. So if they can do that, I think that bodes well for them, not only for this week, but for the weeks beyond that. I think Moline's going to be okay if they can just straighten out what they're doing.
A couple other Metro games to touch on, of course. United Township at Peoria Manual. Manual coming off the loss to Rocky. Quincy, UT really showed some stuff against Quincy. Didn't get a victory, but they got some things going, so now they have a chance.
And I like the 1-2 tandem that UT has between Andrew Tynes and Cody Vroman. I think we got a hint of that against Quincy. And Tynes actually had the more yards.
Right.
But I think if they put those as a 1-2, more so than they did the first week, I think good things are going to happen for the Panthers. I really do.
Yeah, and then, of course, we should say Geneseo opening at home this weekend against Chicago Raby, a team that won 8 games
last year. Yeah, they won 8 games.
But I think Geneseo, a state-ranked team, should handle
Luke
it.
Snyder showed a lot of good things. A passing game for Geneseo, which we may see more of. I mean, he's a third-year starter. And it complements well to what they have on the ground.
A couple of other area games to consider also. Rock Ridge.
Hosts Riverdale.
Yep, hosts Riverdale, looking to go 2-0.
And they upset, I would say upset.
Sterling Newman, that was huge. And, of course, there's a ton of games.
Mercer County hosts West Central.
Right, yep. Fulton's in action. I mean, everybody's in action. Yep. It should be another fun weekend. Hopefully you get out to a ball game. If we don't see you, we'll see you back here on the Press Box.
Very good. Thanks.